What's up, you guys? Today I'm back with another video, and today's gonna be a little bit more of a different video. It's gonna be more about like updating you guys about what's going on in my life and the position I'm at mentally and physically as well, I guess, because it's about my hair. But basically, I recently cut my hair. It was about a week ago. I got a three all around. The last time I did that, I was in sixth grade, so I was like 12 or 13 years old, and I've been growing my hair out ever since. But I haven't cut my hair this short in so long. And if I were to cut my hair, it would only be 1 or 2 inches since then, like off the top. And it would still be down to my chin, bro. And literally, up until the point of cutting my hair, I was extremely like nervous. I was just like, it's either gonna be really good and I'm gonna kind of fuck with it, or it's gonna be extremely bad and I'm not gonna fuck with it, and I'm gonna be so anxious for my hair to grow back. And of course, after you cut your hair, people come up to you. They always ask like, especially if you're known for having hair. You know what I'm saying? Like longer hair, or people just know you for having long hair like for your whole life. People are gonna come up to you and they're gonna ask you, bro, like, oh, what happened? Like, why'd you cut your hair? Your hair was so nice. Because I do have curly hair, and a lot of people do like my hair because I took good care of it. My mom showed me how to take good care of it all my life. But they come up to you, they ask you like, oh, what happened? I loved your hair. Why'd you cut it? And usually I'm really vague. Like, I just tell them like the blatant surface level reasons. Like, there are actual reasons why I wanted to cut my hair, but it's not the more detailed reason. It's not really the true reason why I cut my hair in the first place. So really what I tell them, I just be like, it's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Of course, having long hair, especially long curly hair, it's always going to be a lot of work. Washing it, drying it, getting it ready. Getting it ready every day takes a long time, and then washing it on different days, that takes even longer, bro. Like, I'm just straight like an hour sometimes in the bathroom, just detangling, washing my hair, and then you have to wait for it to dry, which takes even longer than that. And it was, of course, I would tell them like, oh yeah, it was growing uneven and it always looked messed up because it did. It was uneven, so my hair always looked fucked up. I didn't really like it, and that's because my mom would cut it. I stopped going to like an actual barber, and I just kept getting shape ups all the time by my boy, and my mom would just cut it off the top. So of course she's not a professional, but she's still really good at touching hair. But she would most likely do it in a rush because it's like after work she's just trying to go to bed and get some rest. So it wasn't really a plus job, but of course I wanted to go back healthier. Like, this is what I tell them. I just wanted to go back healthier, but those are really the surface level reasons. Like, these are the reasons that I tell anybody. I don't really have a problem with expressing them because it's not too in depth. You know, sometimes I feel like people ask questions, but they don't really want to know like the real answer. It's just, especially like people that you would just interact with quickly every day. Like, they're gonna ask you like, oh, why'd you cut your hair? And just be like, oh, I just want to restart. Like, it's just a really quick answer. But if it was a closer friend, or maybe my best friend would ask me, or what I tell myself in the mirror, or what I think about the reasons why I cut my hair, this is really why I did. When I was growing up, when I was younger, I was overweight. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really one of the skinny guys, and I held a lot of that weight in my face, on the bottom portion of my face. So my head would look skinnier on top, and my face on the bottom would look a little chunkier. It would give it this peanut kind of shape to it, and I was really self conscious about that. I always paid attention to that, and that's the reason why I never cut my hair short, because when I growed it out, um, it made my face look thinner on the bottom because there was so much hair on top, and I kind of got like an afro blindness. Like, I just kept growing it out because every time I would see some growth in my hair, my face would look skinnier just because of the proportions it had. It's kind of when you wear a tight shirt and loose bottoms, so your top part looks smaller and your bottom look wider, and it gives that like kind of like effect where you're not as big as you are. And in turn, doing that, it became my identity, bro. Like, I was emotionally attached to it because people knew, oh, he's the kid with the afro, oh, he's the kid with the long hair, and like his hair is crazy curly. Like, everybody knew me, and that's who I became. I became the guy with the afro, and my confidence started to rely on that. Like I said before, when I was growing up, I was very self conscious. I didn't really talk to a lot of girls in like middle school and early high school. And when I started growing my hair out like that, that's when girls started talking to me more. They started talking to me, giving me compliments on my hair, and those were the first type of compliments I ever got. And it's also because I lost weight, but I kept my hair either way. Girls really never gave me attention intimately, like in a relationship aspect wise, like trying to be my girlfriend and stuff like that. But the first hint of compliments that I got was because of my hair. Like they would say, "Oh my God, your hair's so nice." They come up to me, talk to me for a little bit. Like I get their number, their gram. You know what I'm saying? And it would be mainly the focus would mainly be on my hair, how nice it looked, how good it looked, and stuff like that. And this was the first time in my life, like I said before, where I was getting compliments. So I didn't want to change that aspect about myself. This was just my mentality at the time. I was just thinking like, as long as I have my hair, I'm good. I could have a bad fit, bad shoes. My face could be a little messed up. It don't matter. As long as I got my hair, I'm good. Cause this is the only compliments I've been getting recently was on my hair, and that's where the reliance on my hair came from for confidence. But now in my life though, I want to stop doing that. I want to stop relying on physical aspects of my life to be confident, bro. I'm tired of like, if I get big, like I'll be confident. Or if I grow my hair out, I'll be confident. If I do this, I'll be confident. If I lose weight, I'll be confident. I don't want to do that no more, bro. Now I want that confidence to stem from my inner self, like who I am as a person, what I do in my life, my spirit, my soul, my integrity, how I carry myself. That's where I want my confidence to come from. And I understand you have to work on physical aspects of your life to get confidence sometimes. Like I'm never going to stop working out, I don't think, unless I'm physically not capable of doing it. But either way, I don't want my confidence to rely on me having a good physique. I want that to play a role in my confidence. I don't want that to be the main aspect of it. I started to realize that for my life and myself, I wanted my existence to be enough to be confident in. Things like self acceptance for who I am, build my identity, and shaping the way I want to live my life and portray myself to the world, and continuously discovering new things I like interests, hobbies, books, movies, food, etc. Because when you find these things out about yourself, you become more confident and certain who you are as a person, and then you're going to be more confident in yourself. So, for example, let's say I'm a person that just wants to fit in. I always do what the next man is doing. Like I just want, if they want to hoop, I'll hoop just because they want to hoop. If they want to watch this movie and they think this movie is good, I think this movie is good cuz I just want to fit in. You're always going to be self-conscious and you're never going to really have that confidence in yourself because you're always trying to look for what is the group interested in, what are they doing, what is somebody else doing that looks cool, or what can I do to fit in. But in reality, bro, you just have to find yourself as a person, and then your confidence will blossom from there. And that's what really helped me a lot, was discovering myself, who I am as a person, finding out that I actually do like to read, even though all my life I said I hate reading. Now I do, and I'm discovering that about myself. I love the type of movies that I watch, the music that I listen to. I'm confident in that. And yeah, some other things play aspects into that as well. I just dropped a video about how I raised my confidence and lowered my cortisol. But either way, a lot of that stemmed from finding myself as a person, being comfortable with who I am as a person, accepting myself for who I am. Of course, there's gonna be times where I critique myself, but one of the main things that I had to realize is critiquing myself without judgment. For example, sometimes people will look in the mirror and they're not happy about what they see on their belly or muscle size. But of course, you could critique yourself. You say, I need to go to the gym. I need to stop eating so unhealthy. But you don't have to judge yourself. You don't have to downplay yourself. You don't have to say, I'm so fat. I'm so disgusting. That's not true. Don't say that about yourself. You have to remember, bro, your mentality plays a role in your reality. So if you tell yourself, I'm fat, I'm so undisciplined, I don't look good, I eat unhealthy, I always eat junk food, that is what you're sculpting your identity to be around. Don't tell yourself that, bro. Tell yourself, I could do this. I could get in better shape. I could build muscle. I could start doing so and so. I could start being XYZ. It doesn't matter what it is. Don't talk negatively about yourself. You have to be comfortable with critiquing yourself without judgment. I got a little sidetracked there, but we're going to get right back into it. And this is the last thing. For so long, for as long as I could remember, to be honest, I was always afraid of change. I never really liked the discomfort of change. And that really forced me, that fear of change, that anxiety that you get when something's going to change your mentality, or something's going to you're going to have to put more effort in physically, made me so fearful that it made me stay complacent and comfortable in my situation even if I didn't like it. Like I said in the beginning of the video, up until the last minute of me going to cut my hair, I was so nervous because I thought it wouldn't look the way I wanted it to be. And after I got it, I didn't really like it, to be honest. But guess what? 5 seconds later, it had no effect on me. I looked at myself in the mirror. I said, I don't really like it. My face still holding a little bit of weight, but I understand that I'm cutting too. So my face, the weight on my face is gonna go down a little bit, and maybe it'll look good, maybe it won't. But my hair is gonna grow back eventually, so it doesn't really matter. And that's really how I started thinking about life too. I don't know if you guys watch manga or read manga and watch anime, but I really like the manga Vagabond. And this is something that Miyamoto Masashi said in one of the panels. To become who you want to be, you must sacrifice who you are. And that goes hand in hand with me being afraid of change and the uncomfortability of change. I realized that change is necessary in order for me to grow. And of course, it seems so obvious, but I mean, you don't think about that in your everyday to day life. Every time a bad situation comes up or an uncomfortable challenge that you're facing comes up. But now I'm really starting to live in the moment, conceptualize things at the same time while they're happening and not after it. So let's say something challenging comes up where I need to get done, or something that I'm not really comfortable with of doing comes up. For example, like let's say I'm having a confrontational conversation. It doesn't have to be aggressive, but something that I'm not really okay with and the other person did to me. I've never been the person to like conversational conversations. I usually just wipe it off my shoulders, act like it never happened, probably not never talk to the person again and keep it pushing. But now, bro, I use that as an opportunity for me to grow as a person, for me to respect myself as a person, to tell that person, listen, I don't think that was cool. I just want to tell you how I feel. If you don't feel the same way, that's okay. We don't gotta be friends. We don't gotta talk to each other. I'm just letting you know I'm not okay with this, and I'm just putting it out there. If we could come to a mutual agreement about it, even better, bro. But I just want to tell you how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? That used to be a very uncomfortable situation for me, and recently I've had a lot of those situations pop up. Not a lot like that, but I'm just saying like certain conversations that I just wouldn't be comfortable with having before, and they've been coming up recently, and I usually try to avoid them. But now I've been just think to myself on the way over there or before I'm about to have a conversation to this person, not to shy away, not to avoid, not be aggressive, but confront this person, talk to this person, express yourself as a person yourself, and hopefully they're willing to accept you. And I take that chance to grow in conversation, socially, in self-respect aspects, and overall in my life. Really, what I wanted to say with this example is I'm trying to put myself in more uncomfortable and unfamiliar situations from past experiences that I had and exceed my expectations as well, just for myself. I'm not trying to be confrontational, or I'm not trying to be better than nobody for other people. No, I just want to be better for myself. I don't know, bro. I just want to live my life to the fullest and not regret anything when I'm lying on my deathbed. I constantly think about that all the time. I just don't want to regret anything, especially if it's because I was afraid of change. I was afraid to challenge myself, or I was afraid of an uncomfortable situation. I just want to live my life to the fullest, be myself to the fullest extent, and have fun, bro, all the time. I just want to enjoy life, literally, bro. I don't want to be upset at anybody. I don't want to feel self-conscious. I don't want to have low confidence. I don't want to stress myself out. I just want to live the best life I can every day. And I understand there's going to be ups and downs in life, but I'm trying to romanticize those too. And I'm actually going to come out with a video soon about romanticizing your life as well. Through the ups and downs, just enjoying life every day, bro. And I don't want anything holding me back from getting there. But that's gonna be it for today. It was a short video, but I just wanted to update y'all on where I was in my life, what I was doing, and yeah, I hope y'all have a good one, bro. Love y'all.